It's quite remarkable to see the speed at which Chinese car makers can come into a car market and completely disrupt it. Looking at countries like, well, Southeast Asia, for example, Singapore and Thailand, traditional automakers like Toyota, who once had a complete stronghold in these markets, are now completely losing it. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us, guys. Looking at this new news here from Singapore. Traditionally, Toyota has owned the car market in Singapore. And if you're from Australia, you'd know what I mean, right? It's sort of like that's the way Toyota is here now in Australia, but things change really fast. In Singapore, China has become, well, I should say BYD has become the most popular vehicle brand. And it has outsold Toyota for the first time, government data has shown, as the fast growing electric car maker is stepping up efforts to boost overseas sales. BYD is saying by 2030, 50% of their car sales will be outside of China. Now, they're going to have to significantly increase car sales outside of China for that to happen. I don't know if that's realistic, but it could be. And when I look at this data here from Singapore, it's the same thing's happening in Thailand, by the way. But when you look at Singapore here, what's interesting is this isn't a single month. This is the entirety of the year. This is the whole year. It's not like we can say, oh, there's a big shipment of cars from BYD. They had one weird month. That wasn't the case at all. In the first 4 months of 2025, BYD sold 3,000 cars, or 20% of total vehicle sales in Singapore. 20% of the market. Toyota and BYD's main EV rival Tesla sold 2,050, so Tesla actually did quite well, and 535 units each during the same period. Toyota used to hold the crown in the wealthy Asian financial hub, where the population of cars is kept low by an expensive certificate system, selling 7,876 cars in 2024 versus BYD's 6,200. So you can see BYD last year even was close to toppling Toyota. BYD's robust sales growth in Singapore really underlines its efforts to focus on overseas markets amid really strong price competition in China. Reuters reported this month that China's number one automaker aims to sell 50% of its cars outside of the Chinese market by 2030. I mean, right now, they're only selling 15% outside of China. That would be a massive increase, and it'll make them possibly the world's largest automaker. The reason I say that, this year, BYD are on track to sell 6.1 to 6.2 million cars. That's the most likely outcome. They're probably going to be the third biggest automaker in the world by the end of this year. For them to have 50% sales outside of China, they'd be looking at about probably 10 million sales by 2030. Is that possible? Absolutely. Is it likely? I actually think it is. So, other companies have to lose. The global auto market is not getting bigger. It's a zero-sum game. Who's going to lose? Well, you can see who's losing in Singapore and Thailand already. BYD entered Singapore's customer car market in 2022. So within 2 years, it's gone from zero to literally hero. And more than a year later than Tesla as well. But it's since, well, as you can see, been able to easily take the crown in Singapore. In 2023, the Chinese firm's sales almost doubled to 1,416, while Tesla sales rose 7% to 941 units. And really a big part of the reason is BYD have so many options, so many models, and they're very reasonably priced. Singapore is one of the most expensive cities in the world to own a car, where a compact BYD Atto 3 SUV costs at least Singaporean $166,000 because of taxes. A Toyota Corolla costs $171,000. So a BYD Atto 3 is cheaper than a Toyota Corolla. I know which one I'd be buying, right? Well, I'd probably be buying neither of them because I don't think I can afford a $170,000 car. But but you still get the point here, right? The Atto 3 is cheaper than a Toyota Corolla. I mean, far out. That's crazy. BYD has already had success in Southeast Asia, as I mentioned before, claiming Thailand as its biggest overseas market as it plans to expand in Europe and Latin America. And I believe it honestly plans to expand into the United States as well. I know you guys think that it's not going to happen, but I think it will happen. And if you don't believe me, well, have a look at the Automotive News survey. 74% of more than 100 automotive industry executives in the US, as in people working for car companies in the US. More than 100 of them were surveyed, and 75% of them believe, or 74% believe, that BYD is unquestionably entering the American car market, and they will simply just figure out a way to do it. Remember, BYD is already in the United States. They already sell buses and trucks. They've got their own manufacturing facility. They've had it for decades. So it's not really that much of a big step for that to happen. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Tesla's biggest rival, without doubt. Whenever we think of Tesla, we think of BYD. When we think of BYD, we think of Tesla, or at least I do anyway. Well, Tesla's biggest rival, BYD, they've just made a ton of profit. And it wasn't long ago that we were saying, especially Tesla YouTube channels were saying, Tesla is making so much more money than BYD on every car they sell. They're so much more profitable. BYD doesn't make a big profit, makes a minuscule profit. Boy, oh boy, how the tables have turned. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to have you with us. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. BYD just posted profits 3 times larger than Tesla's last quarter. And keep in mind, Tesla's profit pretty much, well, entirely only came from the sales of carbon credits. BYD also rolled out 1,000 kilowatt car EV architectures, which are the fastest charging platform, the fastest charging batteries in the world, and they boosted sales by 60%. Are we watching the moment the world's biggest EV disruptor leaves Tesla in the dust? Well, let's break it down. Hey guys, thank you for helping us to hit 300,000 subscribers. Really appreciate your support. It's been an incredible journey. If you want to check out my video about this journey over the last 4 years, I'll put a link in the description below. So here are the bottom lines. Net profit doubled year on year for BYD to 9.15 billion yen. That is 1.3 billion US dollars. You would think, considering the fact that BYD's cars are cheaper than ever, many of them, the highest selling models, the price has gone down. For example, BYD Seagull price it's dropped from about 11,000 to nearly, or just under 8,000 US dollars. BYD's cars have never been more affordable, and yet profits are skyrocketing. Operating revenue is up 37% to 23.3 billion. Earnings per share up 99% to 3.12 yen. In the same quarter, Tesla's net income fell more than 70% to US 409 million. Yes, it's true, Tesla's going through a period of change with the new Model Y, but that can't account for this big difference between the two companies. Not entirely, anyway.